Hi, this is Martin Coleman, and I will be your instructor talking about content management systems today. First of all, what is a content management system? You may have seen a CMS or heard someone talk about it before, but unless you've probably done a lot of online learning, you're probably not real familiar with the content. You may not be, even if you are. Content management system is basically Blackboard, for example. It's a software that is running on a server somewhere that allows teachers, students, administrators to all interact in a web environment and post content, check grades, run tests, record data, put up videos, readings, different things like that. And it just gives a central system that everybody can access the content and log in with a secure username and password and access what they're supposed to and not what they're not supposed to. Some common ones are listed here. Some of these are on the way out. Some of them are more popular than others, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. First thing, why do you guys care about a content management system? As elementary, secondary, middle school teachers, you may wonder, what am I going to do this? I'm going to have my kids come into school every day and they're going to do their things in their classroom. Well, if you want to keep grades online, if you want to have resources for them, if you want to post up videos, put assignments up there, just give them different things they can interact with online and keep track of it all. It's a good fit for more than just K-12. It's not just for college kids. It's a great way to let parents go in and check on progress on their kids. If kids are sick, they can get in and still get their homework. You don't have to worry about getting it from the teacher and a brother and sister forgetting about it or something like that. It really works pretty well, and it can save a lot of paper. Another thing, we're all kind of tight on our budgets, but with some of these content management systems, instead of printing off 50 versions or having all your little tests on a piece of paper they fill out, if they can go down to the computer lab and click through an electronic version of it and get it graded automatically, you save time grading it, they save time taking it, and you're not over by the copier. So, just a couple of reasons. Now, what is the difference between a school website and a CMS? You can use a website for some of these same things as far as posting homework and letting parents know what's going on, but a CMS really takes a lot of the work out of it. You don't have to be a web designer or figure out how to post this content up there. It does it for you. It saves it for you. It tells it where to put it. It worries about file names and what things look like. It just makes it a lot easier to post all this content up that students may use, administrators may want to check in for grades and tests and audios and game and things like that. It makes it a lot easier to do. So, a couple of these that you might want to check out. The first one, this was becoming more popular, started to overtake Blackboard, and then it's kind of dropped back again. But Angel Learning is an example, one that's out there. It's kind of a little cheaper, but it's not a freebie. The one that costs the most, and is probably used more by higher education, is Blackboard. It's got pretty much the same bells and whistles as all the others, but it seems to be a little more stronger, a little more robust for using high number of students. When you've got 30, 40, 50,000 people accessing this as online learners, Blackboard really tends to perform better than some of the others out there. You guys have already been through it and kind of have an idea what Blackboard is, but if you want to check it out some more, go for it. The one that you probably care about more than anything as far as a K-12 teacher is going to be Moodle. Moodle right now is the king for the K-12 setting because it's free. It doesn't take anything to set up or run. It's a cheap software as far as the requirements, as far as internet and servers and the kind of tech people it takes to keep things running. So people like it. Now you can also have this hosted that you don't have to worry about that, and then they take care of it. So it's just a really kind of easy, cheaper version of Blackboard that gives a lot of the same things for a lot less buck. The last one I'm going to kind of just talk a little bit about, WebCT. This one was just sucked in here recently and bought by Blackboard, and so it's pretty much being phased out. You may find it here and there in a few places, but WebCT is pretty much gone anymore. And so if you run across that one, that was one of the big ones, just to kind of let you know. So we've talked a little bit from the teacher and learner side, and you guys know what Blackboard looks like from the online learner side. This is an example of what it looks like from the teacher side. We have a control panel that basically lets us go in and post our content for announcements and tests and add users and collaboration and discussion boards and all that kind of thing. And this is all password protected. You guys don't get to see this, but as you can see here, we've got a place to add an item, a folder, external link, courses, tests, and we just pretty much type in the boxes and hit submit, and it adds it up here, and we can go in and modify and move things around on the fly and hopefully keep things fairly organized. So all these content management systems from a teacher side are really easy to use. Kind of fill in a blank, hit submit. You don't have to know any HTML or anything fancy. So that's kind of what I like as far as a teacher. As far as a learner, if my teacher does a good job, it's easy to see and find where I need to go, and the organization's easy to follow. So a couple things about the content management system at FHSU, which is Blackboard. They're managing over 10,000 students. So that's over 10,000 learners that are accessing Blackboard at least every week. And over 300 teachers are using it to teach their classes, whether it's a supplemental for their on-campus class or a fully online class, kind of like this is. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty amazing feat, really, to think about all the grades and all the information that's stored and secure and organized, and we can back it up and take care of it in case anything happens. So it's kind of cool in that sense. Now, a couple things about the CMSs that we're talking about. We generally have them to keep course content organized. We use them a lot for grades, for distributing websites, pointing kids where they need to go, letting teachers and parents see where the kids are as far as their homework, give extra help to those that need it, or maybe some encouragement and a little challenge to those that need that. They can be used in any environment. I think you guys can imagine using this in a K-6 setting, that maybe not every day, but as a supplement to your class or something that may help it. And I don't think that there's really a big learning curve. Most people within a first week or two have it pretty well figured out. The big problem comes from the instructor and how they organize it, not generally the software that will cause these problems. But as an online learner, you think about what resources and support you need, what kind of computers you have, what kind of extra software you might need, if you need a microphone or speakers or anything like that. Some things to think about as an online learner and an online teacher if you get an app.